Well, the Litvinenko case sounds almost too fantastic to be true, but our next guest says he knows all too well what it's like to be targeted for death. Alex Kononenko tells us his story of intrigue and survival in his book Defiance, how a targeted entrepreneur stood up to gangsters and governments. He joins us now from Washington. Thank you, sir, for talking with us. What were your initial thoughts when you heard about Litvinenko's death?
Well, Rosemary, I thought how consistent it with the latest course of action of the Russian government. You see, in 1991, after a failed coup by communist hardliners, KGB lost its power grip over Russia. And since that time, it's been steadily taking over Russia. Initially, it was by taking over commercial enterprises and targeting businessmen to take over banks and major commercial enterprises. I was among the very first they targeted. I was kidnapped by the KGB in 1992. One of the latest to be targeted was my former partner, Mikhail Khodorkovsky, who is now, as many people know, is in Siberian jail. And his company, the largest oil company in Russia, is now controlled by childhood friend of President Putin.
Now, you say that you've been targeted by the KGB since 1992, but your business is thriving. You are still alive. How is that possible?
Well, it's because of the FBI interference. My sincere thanks to the FBI. They warned me in 1995 about a contract on my life, which they discovered here in the United States. They also advised me strongly not to reveal my whereabouts to the Russian government, which was complicit in that attempt on my life. I took all necessary precautions, and because of that warning, I'm still alive, and I'm very impressed because I come from the country where police does not do much in order to save people.
And of course, you're still speaking out. Why do you think it is that the KGB wants you dead, and how concerned are you for your life?
Well, in 1999, an American court ruled that a Russian government engineered a whole criminal case against me in order to punish me for exposing corruption among Russian government officials. That conclusion was the end of several attempts of the Russian government to reach me here. After assassination attempt failed, they tried various means, including submitting false information about me to American government. Took me 15 months in detention and several court hearings before courts reached the conclusion. So I am very concerned because I was targeted in different countries and on numerous occasions. And, you know, after my last interview on the CNN, I received many calls from my friends and relatives who were saying, haven't you been targeted enough? Why are you speaking out? But, you know, at this point in my life, I simply refuse to be intimidated.
Do you believe that Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered the death of Litvinenko?
What many of your listeners or your audience don't know is that in June of this year, he requested powers of being able to order assassination of anybody, anywhere in the world. And in early July, such powers were granted to President Putin by Russian parliament. So now it's perfectly legal for him to order assassination of any person, whether an American or a British or a Russian, anywhere in the world, whether the United States or London. I believe that he requested those powers with purpose of using them. And we see a very disturbing trend where harshest critics of Putin's regime disappear, die, or go to prison.
All right, Alex Kononenko, author of Defiance, thank you so much for talking with us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.